Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Saturday edition of Rasaji Speaks. Well, we still have a few tickets left for Nashville. We just started the live streaming for the early bird just this Tuesday. So make sure if you know you're not going to be able to get there to hook up with live streaming, just go to the circle of chi.com, click on events, and you'll be able to find the streaming or be able to purchase your ticket. Today's lesson is going to be Journey of the Soul, exploring immigration through the spiritual lens. Well, that's an interesting thing. That's why I've got a new, different picture of the Magi that obviously that was an early immigration situation. Three magistrates coming from three different countries into Judea over 2,000 years ago, right? I remember when I went to Tibet in the late 70s, it was quite an interesting situation going up through landing in India, trekking up through Nepal, and then into southern Tibet. Well, an American was not supposed to be in that area because it was still too close to when the Red Chinese were still taking footage. They've been looking for that lamasery for about 50 years. It's kind of funny for them to pay attention. The lamasery gets quite humorous at their attempts. It's all about vibration and frequency when you're looking at it through spiritual lenses. You know what I'm saying? It's also interesting to know today that legal immigrants in this country, doesn't matter what country they came from, they're ticked off. A lot of them are trying to get their families here. We're trying to get Mita's niece here, going through the same rigmarole that we went trying to get her here 20 years. I hope his 45 becomes 47, that he really helps us get that mess cleaned up, that we really get our immigration system working. We got 8 to 12 million that have come in illegally in the last 3 or 4 years. And I can tell you the intent of that is anything but spirituality. It is the opposite. They're trying to bring as much darkness into this country as they can. I am sure there's some women and some children, especially, maybe a few men, that are coming in because they were guided to do so by authorities outside themselves. Possibly a small percentage of them have. But why still is it fair for them to come in when our people have waited anywhere from 3 to 10 years to get in? You can understand it's anything but spiritual, let alone be immoral. There's nothing moral about it. How many children are smuggled today into enslavement, sex slaving, and drug, using them for drug ponies and stuff to carry stuff, right? It's amazing what they are doing. Hopefully, 45 that will become 47 also clears that mess up. I have a feeling that'll be the first thing their administration does. And that is close the borders, north and south. Close the borders, slow the whole process down. You have exact credentials that you're supposed to do, right? The rule of law is important in a civilized society, much less in a spiritual, moral society. It has to be honored. It starts all the way back to the Ten Commandments, right? We're talking about 2,500 to 3,000 years ago. Must have been important. Out of those 10 commandments, Congress went crazy and created hundreds, literally thousands of laws, now amendments to the Bill of Rights, everything. You can't today walk out of your house, step into your car, you've probably done broken about 5 or 10 laws. But what is interesting is the laws that are the most important. This past administration has done anything but enforce them. They're scared to death of their own shadows. The two people that's been in charge the last 3 or 4 years, scared of their own shadows, weak beyond, with no integrity or spiritual character whatsoever, right? So it takes a warrior to be a leader. You can't lead from behind. You can't go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or you can't be on vacation in California and Delaware when storms are hitting our people of North Carolina and South Carolina and Tennessee and Florida. Where the heck is leadership, right? It's kind of pathetic, but it stems in this concept of unconscious immigration. If you're like me, you're probably about now getting tired of the unconscious people in office trying to tell the conscious people what to do. We're just not going to have it any longer, are we? We're spiritual people. We're having alien rights to do the things that we're supposed to do. And all are supposed to be protected, and all are supposed to be able to pursue happiness. Millennium slogan, branding in the Lamasery is health, wealth, and happiness for one human family, right? But legally. Legally, heaven forbid it would be illegal. It tickles me that almost every politician that leans to socialism and communism had to become an attorney first and then a community organizer, right? You see what I'm saying? They purposely plan on taking over our country through the courts. That's why they don't like the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court is people that are appointed by officials that we elected. That's right, we, the people, elected and put them in to oversee what they want to do. Well, it's just obvious they want to turn over the Supreme Court so that they would have total authority. They've been hell bent on having total authority for a long, long time. There's only one person who has total authority, right? Right? There's only one person who has total authority. The architect of creation and his children that serve him, yield to him, love him, communicate with him on a daily basis, are here to do their mission that was guided for them. They're also sent here to do their collective mission as we do together at COC. Today, you notice that the atmosphere is a little different behind me. All those stars are not one star. They represent all of you. They represent your souls, and that we are the lights of the world. And we will bring all the children of light together, and we will forge an immigration of consciousness, emerging in a fusion where one family of God is in that synchronicity, that vibration, that frequency of the Almighty Divine, manifesting in us, through us, for all of humankind, bringing about health, wealth, and happiness through us as it is in his heaven. God bless you and God bless America. And we are excited about what is going forward. Don't forget about Nashville. Get that live streaming while the early bird special is up. We're going to see you in Nashville. And in Nashville, well, one thing's for sure. It is the 9th tour. Return to, well, Reba McEntire probably says it best. Return this world to God. Amen, Reba. God bless you all. Baraka Bashad.